So what is CDP and LLDP? Okay, CDP and LLDP. CDP is Cisco Discovery Protocols, and LLDP is Link Layer Discovery Protocols. Both protocols are working for the same purposes, but one is open, means they can be enabled in any devices, any Juniper, whatever. LDP can work in anything. CDP is Cisco Discovery, means Cisco Proprietary Protocols, means can only work on Cisco devices. LDP is open standard, you can use on any device. Okay, CDP is enabled by default on every Cisco device. LDP is not enabled by default. Okay, okay, LLDP is using TLV, everything they are sending is the same as CDP are using. Okay, so these are the same things. Okay, and CDP and LLDP both are using the same things. Information, they will give you information of the neighbor devices. Both are, they are basically what they do, they will give you full information of your neighbor devices, their IP address, their MAC, their whatever, their chassis number, their type of, this is a router or switch, whatever interfaces information. So all these things can be done with LLDP and CDP. The other thing they do, they send, the voice or IP phone, they do every communication through these two things. So they are very important. Okay, so this is okay. Now the second thing is CDP is also version, and LDP they don't have version, they can use per device as well. Okay, okay, CDP is using this MAC address, multicast address 01000CCCC, to send packet and receive packet with this MAC address. We will check this one. And LLDP is using 80C2, this MAC address. They both have some difference, so I'm just showing you the difference. This is I already told you, this is disabled by default, this is enabled by default. Okay, CDP advertisement sent, they are sending advertisement every 60 seconds. We will check them now. And they are sending 30 seconds. They are keep holding for 120 seconds, they 180 seconds. Okay, so how to enable and how to this all command, we will do this practically. And so let's go to switch, but for switch we have to attach another something so that we can find out anything. So let me attach another switch or router. Okay, suppose this switch is also attached with 300 with 300, and let me on them. Okay, so I'm on the switch, and let me go to clear the screen and show CDP. The first command is show CDP is enabled by default. We can see now they say they are sending packet every 60 seconds, and 180 seconds is the whole time. Okay, the second thing is show CDP neighbor. I say show me the neighbor to my devices. They say you have one neighbor with interface 30. I just attached, if you remember. And they say this is capability is a, this is Linux because it's here show, but in the real device it will say it is a switch. Okay, and this is the port which he has connected, and this is the port I connected, the local one. Okay, and the capability it will show you if it is a router or switch or whatever, so it will show you this commands. Okay, okay, if you need the further detail you can say show CDP neighbor details. So okay, the switch is a iOS devices, its capability is switch. This is the port number detail, this is the internal ports, and whole time is 135 because we check them at 180 seconds, they will keep them. Okay, their software is this one, their iOS is this one, their version is 15.1, and everything they are showing us the neighbor details. So in this way you can find your neighbor everything. Okay, the other thing is show CDP neighbor. You can use the same command show CDP entry with this one with star. It will show you the same things. Either show CDP neighbor detail, either show CDP entry. But for entry, you can use device name as well. Like the device name is IOU2, IOU2. So it will show you the same detail again. Okay, and what is in the show command of CDP? So show CDP and it will show you everything. Show CDP entry if you need the specific interface. So you will say interface ES03/2 or something. Okay, there is nothing, maybe 3/3, I think so. So it will show you what packet are sending it, what is receiving, it will show you it is on or not. Show CDP traffic, it will show you the traffic between these two devices which is connected. Okay, so these are the show commands. Now CDP is enabled by default, but it give you their the same, the other device will get the same information about these devices. This is security threat as well. Okay, so you can make them disable as well. How? Go to configuration mode, say no CDP run. No CDP run means I don't want to run the CDP because I don't want to give my information, neither I want to get information from other devices. So let's check out show CDP. No, CDP is not enabled. I globally disable them. How we disable them? Went to configuration mode, here we type no CDP run. If you want to enable them again, just go and CDP run, again it will on. Okay, but what about if you say no, my this third neighbor is very dangerous, I don't want about him either about me, but I need about this one. Yeah, so you can enable interface level as well. Like how? I will go to interface ES0/32 and I will say CDP, sorry, no CDP enable. To globally off, you need no CDP run. By interface level, you have to type command no CDP. So you have to remember there is 1-2 question like this. On interface level, you need enable. On globally, you need run. Okay, so I say I don't need to run this CDP on this interface. Okay, so if I check this interface, there will be no CDP. First, let me show CDP. Yes, CDP is running, globally running. But if I say show CDP interface, which one? EA3/2. You say no, it's not enabled on this interface. On another interface is running. Look at. You say on 3 and 3 the CDP will up in a 60 second and 180, but for 3-2 because you make them disable, so no, I will not send anything, neither I will get anything because you make them disable in this interface. It is clear for CDP. So CDP have a lot of show option, we already checked them. Yeah, and we say how to enable and disable them on interface level and globally. Okay, now what about the LLDP, which the standard one? Show LLDP. Yeah, definitely, because it's not enabled by default, but it's more advanced and it can run in any device. So how to enable them? Go to configuration, just type LLDP, sorry, LLDP run, the same like CDP run. Okay, it's run now. Let's check them out. Show LLDP. It says globally enabled now, and LLDP advertisement is 30 second. Like they have 60 second, they have 6. If you check them, yeah, show CDP. Look at 60 and 30, 120 and 180, which we discussed already. Okay, these two things are clear. We notice in the notes as well. Okay, how? Okay, now show LLDP neighbor. Sorry, LLDP neighbor detail, the same like this, because there is no neighbor, so it's why this, because it's not enabled on other device, because it's not enabled by default. I have to go to the other device to enable them. Yeah, they are Cisco device, and by default is CDP enabled, so that's why it's not showing, but it's not a problem. Okay, the again we can show entry and star. Yeah, the same. Okay, it will show me. Let me, so I don't want to show you everything because it's the same like LDP, entry, error, interface, neighbor, and traffic. We already discussed the same here. The only thing is to disable them globally, we have to write no LLDP run. Okay, this is the same like CDP. Okay, what about the interface? So there is a bit difference. If I go to interface is 0/2, here I will say LLDP receive and transmit, different thing. You can put like this, you say LDP just receive on this interface, but don't give anything information on LDP information. If you say LDP transmit, it means just give them but don't receive, and you can on the both as well. By default, as you say LLDP, it's on both, yeah, and either you can do it. And if you don't want, just say no LLDP transmit, don't receive. If yeah, no LLDP receive, it's close for everything. So you can check them interface, show LLDP interface, which is interface we configure 3/0 3/2. So it says disabled. TX means transmission, RX means receive. If you want to enable for someone, just go to interface, which interface was Ethernet 3/2. This one I will say LLDP receive. Okay, just enable receive. Let me check this interface again. Look at it, say receive is enabled but transmission is disabled. This is the only difference in between these two, but by default it's not enabled, so that's why it's not showing me anything. I have to go to this devices to enable LLDP here, then they will send the request. So let me go to this device console, because they have to both have to the same matching, that then it will work. So go to configuration, host name switch to suppose, and LLDP run, it's enabled now. Interface, and which interface this system is connected, 3/2 Ethernet 3/2, LLDP receive as well, LLDP transmit as well. Okay, and let's check out is anything maybe they get or not. Show LLDP, so LLDP is enabled. Show LLDP neighbor, no sorry, entry neighbor. Now it show me that switch is connected on the other side. I give them the name switch to the other device. Okay, and whole time is this capabilities are issuing me is like a router, but is basically is here, but not in the real environment will show you the same. And now I can detail and everything. If you want detail of the other device, so the other device is like this, and the IP and everything. I configure IP on there if you remember, so it will show me everything of that device. Now the last thing, we check all these things, CDP and LLDP, transmit and receive, enable, disable them for interfaces, but we didn't check how they're sending message. So let me capture any packet. Very easy, we will use Wireshark.
The only benefit of
this protocol, they will give you full information of your devices.
But if I want to stop that thing, what is the use?
For security you can disable them. The second thing is this Cisco voice or IP devices are using CDP to send and receive messages.
So there I don't have to stop.
Yeah, so you don't have it if you have voice or IPs systems, all those things. Okay, so now how they are sending, let me capture any packet. I click here and capture the packet. So because the LDP is also enabled and CDP is also by default enabled, so let's see, maybe we will capture something. This is CDP DTP, yeah, CDP. Okay, click on here and check the MAC address which we were talking about. So let me go to the yeah 01000CCCCC. If I view checkout, so check, okay. And what about the LLDP, sorry, this is the CDP packet. Yeah, this is the LDP. So LADP, go to the Ethernet and 0180C2, and let me check out. So 0180. So at least you are now confirmed. Yes, they are using these MAC addresses. There are 1-2 questions like this. They will say what is the CDP multicast address. So they give you this one as well, and this. So you have to know which one is for which one. Okay, and we check the timing and the even though CDP is another version, you can enable this one with CDP advertisement. So let's suppose if you want, go to CDP advertisement and version 2. There are some advanced version. It's very secure one, and you can do enable this one as well. So these are the command, and anything I left, no traffic, all those things. Okay, you can change the CDP timer like the 60 second and 180 seconds. Okay,
60 and 30 or
yes, 60
120.
and 30. So if you want that to, so let's go to any device, like suppose switch 1. How to change the timer? Because the default timer shows CDP as 60 second and show LLDP as this. How to change? Go to configuration, LLDP timer, and suppose let me put anything, suppose 10. Okay, and LLDP hold time, let's suppose 40 second. The default one is 30 and 120, and I change them 10 and 40. Let them check. Show LLDP now is 10 and 40. So you can change this time. So how long it will send the packet, advertise the packet, and hold the packet. Okay, the same we can change up CDP one. CDP timer the same. Suppose 20 second, and CDP hold time suppose 30 seconds. Again, if you check, shows CDP 20 and 30. You can change them. So it's up to you. You can change the timing and everything, the timer and the whole time. So it was all about the
LLDP and CDP.
CDP and LLDP. So we